The views expressed on this holiday podcast special are those of the podcasters, any guests, and do not reflect any of the management, employees, sponsorships, or affiliates of thereof.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Do you ever feel alone during the holidays? I've been there before, and it's not a fun place to be, which is why I wanted to create a special for somebody like me back in the day. I just wish I had a listening ear, or maybe even heard stories that brightened up my time or my mood. I wanted that. So here's my gift to you. This is 12 Days of Christmas with me, Drerawka. I got some of my closest friends, and we talk Christmas. We talk about their favorite traditions and new ones as well. I hope you enjoy, and a very Merry Christmas from me to you.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Listen daily with my dad and his friends for 12 Days of Christmas. Only here on Unrestricted.
Merry Christmas, Day 6 of Podsmas. Thank you so much for clicking play. I go by the name of Drerawka. You might know me if we're close friends, right? You can call me Andre. Not a lot of people call me Andre, but you can, all right? It's just me, you and me, and it's Christmas time. We're celebrating this season by giving you 12 days of fun, laughter, stories, thoughts. Yeah, all that good stuff. And thank you for your patience. I want to start off by saying I apologize for missing yesterday. When you're getting this, it is the day 7, but we're recording, or this is day 6 on the podcast. The reason for that is because Xfinity, my internet service, decided that they wanted to have an outage for literally 48 hours. So there was a lot of time I could not upload. I could not do anything on the internet. I got 3 kids, and when you don't have Wi-Fi in the house and it's cold outside, there's a lot there. I'll just leave that there. I'll just leave that right there for you. You can pick it up. Parents, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And for anybody that don't have kids and you don't care if your internet goes out, you're better than me. You're better than me. I'll just say that. Remember, we do have the hotline. Call me up, 801-449-1158. This is the Santa Claus North Pole hotline. Maybe, matter of fact, have your kids call in. Have your kids call in. Tell me tell Santa what they want for Christmas. We'll play it here on the show. And who knows, maybe one of Santa's elves might show up and get the message to the big guy. All right. Again, the number is 801-449-1158. Xfinity, you are on the naughty list. I'm going to just let that be known. I feel like Xfinity has had the worst customer service. Nothing against the people. I'm just saying, like, your guys' automated service. If you're going to text me with updates. Don't text me about my bill. Like, give me updates about my service that I'm paying for. And literally where I live, it goes out at least once every, I would say, 5 to 6 months. We're down for at least 24 to 48 hours. This always happens, and it sucks because if you work from home, you have to figure it out. You have to go into the office. And if your office is an hour away, that's gas. That's time. That's a whole lot of inconvenience. And for Xfinity to only be like, oh, we're only giving you a $5 credit, that's absurd. That's crazy, right? But I'm not going to let it ruin my holiday. It is a weekend. It's the 6-7 weekend. That's all I've been hearing from the kids. It's 6-7. Ask my wife, yo, what's today? She's like, it's a 6. I'm like, isn't tomorrow the 7th? 6-7. That's what they do. Big shout out to Benchito's new Mexican restaurant on 2500 South State Street. The wife and I, we seen this new spot. This building has been different restaurants. It's been Stellar Wings. It's been a Greek place. It's been other places. And I hate it when this happens because then it's like, oh, well, we got to try something new and nothing really lasts. And this place, and the reason why I'm bringing this place up is because I want them to last because their food is really good. It's the equivalent to like a Beto's or a Ranchitos if you are in the local Utah area. Matter of fact, I think every city in America has their go-to Mexican restaurant where they can go get a California burrito, a mixed meat breakfast burrito. They can get a plate, a churro, horchata, jamaica, whatever it is. You can always get this thing for the low, right? And Bechitos is the latest installment of these type of restaurants in my neighborhood. So we go there, we try it out, and I'm expecting it to be somewhat like a Beto's, just different name. But it's not. It's not. Their green sauce is phenomenal. Their red sauce, usually I don't even go for the red sauce, but I'm like, yo, it's a new spot. Let's give it a try. Red sauce on point. So definitely check it out. Their burritos, not greasy, not soggy. The meat quality is really nice. The portions are less than Beto's, but I'll tell you what, they make up for what they lack in portions. They lack in quality, in my opinion. It's not all greasy. The birria tacos, it's not all wet, if you will. It's I don't know. It's just a fine, good go. I'm not saying it's 5-star at all. Don't get me wrong. It's not the best Mexican food in Utah, but it is that good drive-through. You don't want to cook, but you're hungry type of food, and the price is fair. I'll give them the price is fair, and the customer service. I don't know if it's only because they've only been open for a month or so, but their customer service, stellar, really nice service. So go check out the good folks over there at Benchito's Mexican Restaurant on 2500 South State Street in South Salt Lake. They also have Christmas decorations up. You know me, I love a good establishment that takes pride in hanging up a tree, putting up some lights, putting up a stocking or two. You know what I mean? That makes me happy. It brings me joy. I want to support a business like that. So go check them out if you're in the South Salt Lake area.
Hey Jay, happy holidays. I just wanted to share my favorite Christmas memory. I would say my favorite Christmas memory would be staying up until midnight on Christmas Eve with all my family, and then we all say happy holidays or Merry Christmas to all of our family members and go around giving hugs to everybody and eating tamales and pozole and just opening up all of our gifts at midnight and staying up and partying. Happy holidays.
I was on KSL.com earlier today, and I found an article, and it made me think. And I'm going to give you a little bit of a highlight on this article. The title was Dumb Phones in Style. All right, per KSL.com. Dumb phones still only make up a small slice of the overall handset sales, but recent data suggests interest is rising, especially among Gen Z and young millennials. Globally, companies making minimalist phones report increased demand from younger users who want fewer apps and less distractions. The Washington Times said sales of brick phones among 18 to 24-year-olds jumped 148% from 2021 to 2024, describing the shift as a kind of dopamine diet from constant notifications. Now, this made me think about my good friend, host Beefy. He is one of the hosts on Beans and Rice. Oh, Beefy, I got to air you out real quick. Side note, I told you guys in the last episode that Beans and Rice episode was going to be coming out. That was supposed to be day 7. It still might be. I'm trying to convince Beefy to redact his words to me, because he texted me. He said, Dre, can we re-record? I don't feel too confident. I want to be negative about on your show or whatever. I said, Beefy, you're on my show. I love you, dog. Whatever negativity you think you spewed, it was warranted, and I got your back, and it's all love, and it's all good. So I think he's going to let me run the episode. So if you get the episode, awesome. If you don't, it'll probably be on the Patreon. But it made me think about him, because he recently went the brick phone, flip phone route and got rid of his smartphone. And I have never really gave it too much of a thought because of what I do. I kind of need a smartphone because I need to upload to Instagram. I need to promote on TikTok and all this stuff. And, if I want to grow this thing that I love, I need to be able to do that, right? But after reading this article, I started to think, like, is the pendulum swinging? Is it swinging? And what I mean by that is, back in my day, I was born in the 80s, but I was born in the 80s, raised in the 90s. And in the 90s, we didn't have smartphones. Matter of fact, we didn't have cell phones. Yeah, cell phones were invented. They were around. You would see one or two in the wild, but not everybody had one. I know my family didn't. We didn't have cell phones until the early 2000s. And it was an AT&T phone, and it was extremely expensive. And so you had to wait until after 9 o'clock to even make phone calls. And if you used all your minutes, you were SOL, right? But it made me think, is the pendulum swinging? Are we going back to the 90s? Are we going back to the early 2000s where it was cool to have a phone like that that had the the game Snake on it? Is the pendulum swinging? Well, according to this article, it seems like it is, because amongst 18 to 24-year-olds who jumped onto the minimalist phone, or brick phone, if you will, 148% of that from 2021 to 2024. That's insane. That's pandemic times. That says a lot. It says a lot. And it says that people don't want to be bombarded by a bunch of notifications, a bunch of noise, a bunch of things that really don't matter to them, right? They truly don't have a thought or care about it. But again, in my own experience, I feel like the more I'm on my phone, the more I find myself caring about things that I really don't care about. And I start to have opinions about things that I truly don't really want to have an opinion on. And getting rid of the smartphone might curve that. It might make me feel like I don't have a need to have an input on things that I don't care about. That's something that I really truly want to get better at. And when I started to do radio, that's when I really wanted to start to really give interest into the things that I'm interested in. Give opinions on things that I'm interested in. Give opinions on things that I care about. So, are you going to drop the phone? Are you going to drop your smartphone? Are you going to get a flip phone? If so, how are you going to listen to the show? Huh? This kind of hurts me. I can't have everybody go to flip phones again. They ain't got Apple Podcasts. They ain't got Spotify on a flip phone. They ain't got YouTube on a flip phone. What are we doing, man? I'm trying to talk myself out of this now. Are we seeing the pendulum swing? Let me know. Drop a comment. You can even drop a voice note. Again, 801-449-1158. I want to hear your voices be heard. Because I feel like this generation, the beta generation, is the generation that might be switching the pendulum. They might be the ones that say it's not cool to have social media. It's not cool to have a cell phone. It's not cool to do all these things that's currently popping. Are we going to see podcasts drop off because it's no longer cool? Are we going to see radio and terrestrial television and broadcasting go back up because now the beta generation is saying it's cooler to do what was cool back in the 90s and 80s? I'm here for it. I feel like we as millennials, whether if you're on the bottom side of millennial or if you're on the top side of being a millennial, which again millennial is 81 to 2001, I believe. I believe that's the millennial phase, or Generation Y, I believe is what they call us. And for a long time, I thought I thought the millennial phase was anybody who was born in the year 2000, but I was wrong there. So I think this beta generation has the power to move the pendulum again. I think they can really sway this thing and go backwards, but in a place where it makes sense in 2026. I hope that makes sense to me or to you. It is a freezing December day. Your coffee's brewing. You're trying to stay warm. You can smell the holiday scents in the house. Grab your coffee, grab your hot cocoa, grab your beverage of choice, and I'll bring the stories. Hi, I'm Drerawka, and this is 12 Days of Podsmas. We'll be talking to some of your favorite people, getting to know what their childhood Christmas was like and what they're doing today.
Listen daily with my dad and his friends for 12 Days of Christmas. Only here on Unrestricted.
What are the popular gift ideas for 2025? Being that we're no longer looking at smartphones. They're not on the Christmas list no more. There was a while there, my son, my 12-year-old, wanted an iPhone. And now it's not. Now it's, Dad, I want Legos. Like, what? I want action figures. What? So I looked at a list. I went on to, I believe it was the Cosmopolitan, and they did an article of the top gift ideas or the top wants from children in this Christmas season of 2025. And Legos was on the list. Legos was very, very high on the list. Journals, diaries. If you go back to day one of Podsmas, Wonder talked about having a journal or a diary for his son, or a journal that he wrote for his son. And that's something that I want to implement now too. But to see that on this list, that's, again, another thing that's it's not technology. It's just literally paper. It's a journal. A nice journal with a nice pen. Very 95-ish. I'm going to put that out there. Quick snap cameras. The self-developed cameras. Like the Polaroids or the Fuji films or the Kodak cameras. The ones where you had to crank them. You would hear the little... Yeah, those are back in style. Those are something that's on the Christmas list for 2025. Records is one as well. I've lived, I shouldn't say I lived the record phase, because tapes were popular when I was very young. And then, of course, CDs became a thing. And then we adapted, or we evolved into MP3s, digital. But to see records as something that these kids are wanting now in 2025, that surprised me. I'm not gonna lie, that very much surprised me, because typically when I see records, I'm seeing collector pieces, I'm seeing collector items, but no, the record player is very popular right now. Kids are wanting the hard shell records, and you're seeing more artists print records, and I think that's very dope as well. So I don't know if I'm gonna do it, but no, matter of fact, I think I might start a record collection in 2026. That'd be cool. Furbies are back. I thought the little, what they call the little boo boos, or little boo boo, they're like this generation's Furby, but no. According to Cosmopolitan, Furbies are back, and Furbies are in style. The kids want the Furbies. I never was a Furby kid. It was the 90s, and if you had a furry or a Furby as a boy, you would be called certain names that are no longer appropriate, and no longer, matter of fact, they weren't appropriate back then, but it was a different time. You would be called that back in the day. But Furbies is on that list. Hot Wheels. Now this is one that I don't think ever went out of style. I don't know if I'm just speaking from a young man privilege, but I feel like Hot Wheels has always been a thing. I've always seen Hot Wheels when I'm going to a toy aisle. When my kids, all my kids, they love to play with the cars, and they love the Hot Wheel tracks. So I think that Hot Wheels kind of is a staple, and probably will be forever. What else? Puzzles. 1,000-piece puzzles. You take all your time to try to find the right piece and make sure that it fits in the right area. Yeah, puzzles are back. Puzzles have made a resurgence. Arcade machines. Now this is really cool too, because now they have specific arcade machines for specific games. Like Mortal Kombat. There's a machine out there where you can get all the Mortal Kombats on an arcade machine. Pretty dope. Same with Street Fighter, and I think Pac-Man as well. So will you be feeling nostalgic and getting the arcade machine for your kids this year? And I already mentioned action figures. Action figures are alive and well, and they are so popular, and they're so expensive. If you are a pro wrestling fan, a WWE fan, you know that when you go and buy these action figures, if you're looking at some of these top superstars, because yes, who is it? Not Mattel. Not the Mattel ones are okay. The other ones, I forget who makes them, but I don't think it is Mattel. They are taxing on the superstars. So if you want to get a Cody, let's say you go to the store and you're trying to get a Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is going to cost you upwards of $40 to $60 for one action figure. But you might be able to find somebody like a Chad Gable for maybe 30, maybe 25. So they're taxing on specific athletes. I was at Target maybe about 3 months ago, and they had some legends. They had the Godfather, and he was only like $12. I seen a Kurt Angle for like $7, and I wish I would have just bought the whole block, because probably won't see that deal again. Yeah, but hey, Christmas is here. The kids deserve it. Try to make your kids' Christmas special. Not saying with materialistic things. I'm just saying, like, if they want something I know what it was like to want that action figure. I wanted The Rock so bad. I wanted The Rock with the tracksuit. I wanted the tracksuit Rock, and that was a special item. I think it was Christmas of like 96 or 97, something like that. And my pops got it for me, and it was the best. That was the only thing I wanted, and it was the best moment. It was the best Christmas. It was awesome. What else we have here? We have some events. Happening December 13th at Valley Fair Mall. It's a elf scavenger hunt. Yep. Over there in West Valley at 3 p.m. You find the elf, you get a prize. I actually had the opportunity to do this when I was working with the radio station years ago. It's a really cool promotion. It's a way to get people to come into the store or into the mall and shop at the different stores, because while you're shopping, you can also be looking for the little elves. And if you find a little elf sticker, you turn it in and they give you a prize. Typically, it's like a gift card to one of the stores, or sometimes the stores will be having special drawings or giveaways. Like I think one year, Foot Locker, if you found an elf, I think they gave away like 10 elves, and if you found an elf, they put you in a drawing for a pair of sneakers. So that's some really cool stuff. Plus, Valley Fair has done a whole revamp of their mall. It's a really, really dope mall. They have great stores. You walk in and it just smells like Christmas. It's a popcorn, caramel corn, and all the scents. It's really dope. So if you and the family are looking to get out and do some festive things, you should go check out Valley Fair Mall. The Elf Scavenger Hunt on December 13th. That is this Saturday at 3 p.m. You can get information at valleyfairmall.com. Now through January 5th, a Christmas parlor is happening at Flankers. I haven't been, but I have seen videos from some of my DJ friends. I have seen their own social media as well. Flankers, which is a bar downtown Salt Lake City, they turned their whole bar. It's no longer Flankers. Now it's the Christmas parlor. And it is a Christmas themed bar. The drinks are Christmas themed. The aesthetic is Christmas themed. It's a really cool looking experience, and they're doing that now through the 5th of January. It is a bar, so you got to be 21 and up to go in there, I believe. So yeah, get more information at flankers.com. Also, now through the 28th of December, it's Christmas in Color. Now, this is a family tradition here at my house. We've been going to Christmas in Color for years now. And what it is it's literally what it sounds like. It's literally Christmas in Color. It's a bunch of Christmas lights hung up, and you get to drive through this winter wonderland of just brightness. And the kids love it. They have a radio station that you tune into, and the lights go to the Christmas music on the radio. You can fill up your car as much as you want. I see trucks go in there. I see buses go through it. I see families hanging on top of the roof. I see kids hanging out the back of the trunk. And it's just a really cool event. It's a really cool atmosphere. And we did it. They did Halloween lights, and we did that as well. So if you're looking for another event to do or something to do with the family, check out Christmas in Color. It is in South Jordan. You can get more details at christmasincolor.com. Also happening now through the 14th of December. 'Twas the night before. It's a Cirque du Soleil. I don't want to say circus because It's not a circus, but it's acrobats. They're telling the Christmas classic in twas the night before, and they're telling it through acrobats at the Eccles Theater in Salt Lake City downtown. This looks really, really dope. I have not been, but just looking at the preview, it looks so much fun. My son Tavian, actually, his school, I forget which club it was or which class it was, but they took some kids for a field trip, and he was tripping. He was like, "Dad, they're not going to be getting back to school until 10 o'clock at night." I was like, "Well, that's probably because the show doesn't end until probably around 9 or so." But from what I seen on the news, because the news the news covered it and everything like that, it looks like a good time. You can get information about that show at theecclestheater.com. All right. I think that covers everything. I am gonna try to get up and get this all going. My internet has been spotty. Xfinity, again, you're on the naughty list until you get the internet straight, and $5 will not cover this inconvenience. I'm gonna turn into the Grinch now. All right, we need you guys to get on board. I know somebody listening to this podcast right now works for Xfinity. Know somebody that works for Xfinity. I need you to get on board. I need you to get back on the nice list, because the naughty list has your name all over it, along with, who else are we putting on the naughty list? We're gonna put we'll put the lady that requested the wrong song last night at the wrong time. I'm not gonna say what lady, I'm not gonna say which song, but I'm gonna say that your song request was awful, and it was awful timing, and don't ever ask me for that song again. Real cryptic, I know, real cryptic times. Just playing. No, but for real, I'm gonna work on a naughty and nice list here soon. All right. Again, call up the North Pole hotline, 801-449-1158. 801-449-1158. Call the North Pole hotline. Have your kids leave their Christmas wishes for Santa. His elf, little Drerawka, will make sure that the big man gets this message, and hopefully make their Christmas a little bit brighter. All right, you know what to do. Have the day you deserve. Always protect your light. Merry Christmas to all, and to all, a good night. Peace.